Hey everyone, welcome to Monday Night Live. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen since my lovely assistant, shout out to Rachel, she made me an awesome PowerPoint for tonight. So let me, I can't share my screen anymore, Christina. Oh wait, yes I can, here we go. I lied. All right, I hope y'all can see it. And I'm gonna move me so I can see my PowerPoint. Okay, here we go. All right, so welcome to Monday Night Live. My name is April Ann. A lot of you guys know me on Facebook as April Ann. Believe it or not, I do have a last name. I know that a lot of y'all don't know my last name, but it is Resch. I'm a Diamond Ambassador, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about a topic that's near and dear to my heart tonight. But I wanted to share a little bit about my story just to build your guys' belief, and you'll see that it goes hand in hand with tonight's topic. So my journey started 2.5 years ago with Plexus. It basically started because I wasn't feeling great, but I could have fooled any of y'all. I looked like I had my life together. I looked like I was, successful, happy. I was enjoying life, right? But, uh-oh, can y'all still hear me? Okay, it just said my account was being signed up, but we'll see. I'll keep going. But the thing was, deep down inside, y'all, I was struggling. And so I'm so grateful that my friend Tina reached out to me. She shared her story with me. And basically, the rest was history, y'all, right? I caught the vision. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about that tonight. All right. So, why share the opportunity, right? Why do we even have to share it? Well, there's 4 pillars, right, when it comes to the business. The first one, recruiting. The second one, retention, right? Helping your people love their products, keeping them happy on their products. The third one is duplicating. So, exactly what I'm talking about tonight, helping your people find their 3, so on and so on. And then leadership, right? Being able to lead a team. So, which pillar do y'all think helps your team grow the fastest? What do you guys think? So, a lot of times we think, oh, it's recruiting, right? I'm going to recruit all the people, recruit. My team is going to grow really fast, right? But if you think about it, by just recruiting versus people catching the vision and duplicating, you're doing all the work by yourself. So, why not link arms with some people, right? And run together. So, where you're going to grow your team the fastest is going to be duplication, right? It's not just going to be wide, it's going to be also deep. And that's why we get paid 7 levels deep. So let's move on. And we're going to talk about duplication. So, unfortunately, nothing in our business is accidental. I'm sorry, y'all. We don't just end up with business builders because it's accidental, or you were hoping for them, or you were praying for these people, or they're all coming to you, right? That just doesn't happen. Nothing in this business is accidental, but we can intentionally grow a business by creating business builders. But what? We have to initiate the conversation. Again, you can't be praying for people, hoping that they'll come your way, right? Of course, God is going to deliver, but we have to be the messengers first. So, we have a solution, y'all. And you've heard it, right? What are the 2 main things people go to bed at night praying for, crying for, right? Worried, sick to their stomachs because they don't currently have a solution like we do, right? The first one is their health, right? They're struggling. Or maybe it's like me. I didn't know I was struggling, but I was. The second one is their finances. Again, I was majorly struggling in this area, but we just thought it was normal. And I'll share a little bit more about my story later. So we can easily remember it by rhyming: health and wealth, right? The two main things that people go to bed worried about. And we have a solution. So that takes me to, why are we not boldly sharing with everyone? Why are we not doing that? If we know deep down inside, y'all, we have a solution, we have something other than just products for people, why do we not share? Right? And have you ever asked yourself that? We're going to dig into that deeper tonight. But I do want you guys to reflect on that question of, why are you not sharing the opportunity boldly with others? Well, first of all, it solves problems, right? This opportunity solves so many problems. And you have to think back to your story. What did it solve for you? Did it give you more time at home with your family or your kids? Did it help to pay off debt? Right? Y'all, my husband and I was just getting started with my career, just had graduated from graduate school, and we were in debt over 60 grand alone from student loans. And y'all, we didn't know it wasn't normal to be in that debt, right? And so maybe it's going to help someone else to pay off debt. Maybe there's a mama that wants to work part time versus full time. Maybe there's someone out there who wants to travel more, right? They love seeing the world, they want to get out of the States. Maybe someone else wants income while working from home, right? There's that option. A lot of people don't know that. They're at home with their babies. They love being mom and wife, right? Just like I did, but they want something else besides being at home. They want something of their own. Or maybe honestly, they're looking for some amazing women like us to spend time with, to link arms with, to rub shoulders with, to hear more about our stories, right? And to learn more together. And so y'all, this opportunity is going to solve so many problems. And y'all, a lot of times people out there, they don't know they have a problem that needs to be solved. For me, I was going to work day in, day out, working as a speech therapist. And y'all, the day that my sitter told me my son did two new things that day, that was the day I took a step back, and I was like, oh my goodness, here I am paying my sitter to watch my kid while I'm with other people's kids all day long. Y'all, it just didn't sit well with me. I loved my job, and I love the idea of being able to pay off our debt and saving up for the future, but I just didn't know there were other options. So we have to be that messenger, and we have to do it boldly. So that takes me to, what has this opportunity done for you? What has it done for your family? Or, hold on, what will it do? Now that comes with belief and vision. Y'all, I haven't been a diamond long, right? But I knew that I would make it there someday. I knew it. I had very strong belief. I wanted to cast vision to others and let them know, this is what this can do for you, right? But I had never been there before, right? I never actually made it to diamond when I was casting that vision, but I knew that I could do it and I could take others with me. So, if you're out there saying, oh, I don't have a story, or I can't share until I have a Senior Ruby paycheck, or I can't boldly take others with me, or I can't share with others until my paycheck matches my current paycheck, or I have several runners. Whatever it is you're telling yourself, y'all, you do have a story. You have something you have to share with others. What is it? Is it maybe that Plexus paid for a tank of gas? That's a story, y'all. Maybe Plexus paid for your groceries this week. Maybe you just let your employer know, hey, I'm going to part-time hours now. Whatever it is, you do have a story. You have to stop telling yourself that you don't. When it comes to the business versus the products, you have to have a really healthy ratio, right? We don't want to just be sharing about the products, because of the products, we have this amazing opportunity. So that again is going to start with your branding. What are you sharing with others? What are they seeing when they come to your page? They want to hear, y'all, your story, but then you have to flip it around quickly and share what is it going to do for them, right? It's not just about us. And so there's usually three things, y'all, that hold us back from sharing boldly about this opportunity, right? And right now, before I get started really talking more in depth about these areas, I want you to write down which area you think, or it could be two, or it could be three, right? Which area do you think currently holds you back from reaching out to every single person you know? Yes, I said every single person. So that includes those chicken listers, right? Those people we're so scared to reach out to. It includes everyone. So I want you to write down right now, which area do you think is currently holding you back? And if you don't think there's an area currently holding you back that I've listed, I want you to dig a little bit deeper and think about what it could be. What do you think is holding you back from sharing the business with everyone? So let's talk a bit about poor mindsets, right? So, first of all, when it comes to mindset, and don't let the slide overwhelm y'all, I'm going to go through each individual section. But first of all, mindset is us having the right thoughts that are going to produce the right results, right? But we all know if we're only thinking about the wrong things that are happening, or the things that aren't happening, or the things that aren't happening fast enough, those expand. And y'all, I've had people say, yeah, well, they haven't expanded. It's okay. Y'all, negativity, any negative thoughts, y'all, that gets planted in our subconscious, and our subconscious believes it. And so what happens? It becomes true, because that's what our subconscious thinks needs to happen. So we have to be working on our mindset, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, one area of mindset may be assumption, right? And y'all know the saying, what does assumption make? An ASS out of you and me, right? So no assuming, right? I don't know. One of my teachers told me that once, and it really stuck in my head. Anyways, okay, so if you're over there assuming, what the heck does that mean? All right, for all of y'all who prejudge people, right? You say, oh, yeah, she doesn't need this opportunity, or she's already successful, or I don't know, she's just not the type to do this thing. Y'all, that's assuming, right? And again, I think back to my story. I looked successful, I looked happy, I looked like I had it all together. No one knew we were struggling, right? But thank goodness Tina didn't assume that I didn't need this opportunity. Y'all, it's not fair if you're not giving people the option. That's all you're doing, right? You're giving them an option. We have the gift to offer, and you offer it, right? So do not prejudge. That could be between your ears, right? Anything you're telling yourself, is it actually true? How do you know until you actually reach out to them? You don't know. So you have to get beyond what's going on in between your ears. Okay, the next one is between your ears. That took me right to my next point. All right, so this is thinking of things that they may say before they even say it. Thinking, they're saying, oh gosh, I'm so salesy, or they're gonna think I'm spammy, or oh, they'll never do this with me, or they're gonna unfriend me or block me. Y'all, until it happens, because I'll have girls say to me, gosh, I feel so salesy, or people aren't responding to me because I'm salesy. And I'll say, did someone tell you that, or are you thinking that? And then think back to your sponsor. Did you feel like they were salesy with you? Not really, right? So again, remove yourself from the emotions of what if, what if they respond this way? What if they don't respond? What if they get mad at me? Y'all, majority of the times, people say thank you. Thanks for reaching out to me. I got another one today. Thanks for thinking of me. I got another one yesterday. Thanks for checking in on me. And it's okay if it's not the right timing, but at least I'm attempting to share the opportunity. And y'all, another thing is removing yourself from the emotions will help you to have zero offense when they send you a message, right? You just remove yourself from the emotions because they just don't know what you know yet. Did you catch that word? Yet, right? Because we're going to share with them what we know. All right. Another area where our mindset may be poor is, again, feeling like they're already successful enough. How do you know what qualifies someone as successful, right? It's between our ears, thinking, oh, she's already successful enough. What does that mean? What is successful? Successful is very different from me versus someone else. And y'all, I just saw I didn't change my name. So I am Brittany Howard tonight. Anyways, so qualifying someone as already successful enough, how do you know? You don't know. And this could be exactly what people are praying for, y'all. And when I think of people who are quote unquote already successful or they're too busy, y'all, those are the people we want on our teams, right? You want to go after the people who are busy. You want to go after the CEOs, the mom who's in charge of the PTO, the mom who's juggling 8 million things, right? Those are the people you want on your team. Those are the people that usually know how to work hard. They have grit, determination, they're driven, right? Those are the people. So stop telling yourself and believing that lie that those people are too successful to do what you're doing. Because again, it's between your ears. Did they actually say, I'm already too successful? I don't think so, right? I don't think we would get that reply either. So you got to get beyond your own mindset, which takes me to overcoming that mindset, right? So we have to be intentional because we know we're wired as humans to gravitate towards the negative versus the positive. So that means we have to work on it every single day. And y'all, unfortunately, I wish I could say it's this thing where it's one and done and your mindset is perfect the rest of your life and you never have to worry about it again. But y'all, that's not true, right? It is a daily occurrence. So here, I'm not going to read the whole slide, but I do have some podcasts by some diamonds. Now, not all of their podcasts are going to be mindset related, but they do have some. So you kind of have to weed out some of the podcasts. Of course, there's Jim Rohn. He's amazing. He's a great way to start the day. If you're driving in the car, you're headed to school. He's a great pick me up, let's go, right? There's also books. The Bible talks about our mindset. There's a great book, Free to Focus, Switch on Your Brain. So being intentional, figuring out which area of mindset you're struggling, and then being intentional, right? Unfortunately, your upline can't fix your mindset. Your husband can't. Your best friend can't. You have to be the person to do that. All right. So next, let me find my pointer. There it is. Okay. Next, we're going to talk a bit about fear. Fear can hold us back, y'all, from sharing the business with people. And again, don't get overwhelmed by the slide. We're going to talk about all the sections. But there's, I actually asked my team this. So this is people telling me exactly what holds them back from sharing the business. And one of the ladies on my team said, she's fearful of failing herself. So how can she take others with her if she ends up failing? And y'all, here's the thing. You are in charge of whether or not you keep going. So if you fail, it is because of you. It is not because of the comp plan. It is not because of the products. It is not because there's another up and coming company. Y'all, you, look in the mirror, okay? So that being said, if you're worried about failing, you need to start building your belief. And we'll talk about that in a second. But the only way you will not make it to the top, y'all, the statistics show that out of all MLMs, if you're consistent over the next 10 years, now with Plexus is usually cut in half, but 95% of people will make it to the top. 95, y'all. If you take how many people are on tonight, 95% of us, if what? We don't quit. And y'all, that can be cut in half, right? The 5 years can be cut in half. You truly choose how fast you go. And if you make it all the way to the top, that's up to you. It's not up to your upline. It's not up to your sidelines. It's not up to anyone else but yourself. All right, the next one is of not being able to overcome objections. Okay, so maybe you're like, I just don't know. I can't reach out. I'm so scared of what they're going to say. First of all, if you type in Plexus Freedom Team 12 Days of Christmas, there's really good objection videos about the products, about the business. So, what we have to look at objections as are little stepping stones, little baby stepping stones to figuring out exactly why they haven't yet joined you, right? I love it when someone gives me an objection because I put it down next to their name and I say, okay, Sally, she thinks she doesn't have enough time. So, guess what? I'm going to speak to time, right? I'm not going to share with her about the products and belief in products because that's not her objection. So, knowing exactly what it is will pinpoint why she hasn't joined you yet with the business and how you can raise her belief in that area by sharing third party validation, right? Different tools. So, don't be afraid of those objections. Use them, view them as stepping stones versus obstacles. All right, maybe you're really nervous because you feel like you lack confidence or you feel like you lack knowledge. So you just feel like you're not ready yet to share the business with others, right? You're fearful because you feel like you as a person are not ready yet. And y'all, when it comes to confidence, it's a choice. Do you guys know that? Confidence isn't something we're born with. And I'm thankful for that because over the years, my confidence has gotten higher and higher and higher. In high school, I would almost puke if I had to do some sort of presentation. In college, same thing. You know, knees shaking, voice is wavering, and I'm so nervous. So just know that confidence can be developed, right? So we as a person, you figure out where you feel inadequate, right? You where you feel inadequate and you work on those things, but then you also look at the other direction, which is your strengths, and you play with your strengths, knowing that there's probably someone on the team who is really good in the area where you're weak, right? And that's why we have so many of us. All right, another fear could be of being salesy. And I talked about this a little bit, but feeling like, I just don't want to be that girl, or I don't want people unfriending me, or I don't want people asking my husband, what the heck is your wife doing? Right? You're fearful that you're gonna look salesy if you reach out to people about the business. So, first of all, I promise you, if you brand yourself well, which means you're adding value, you are not puking plexus on others, and you are building rapport, connecting with people, you're not going to get called salesy. Y'all, I don't think I've ever once been called salesy. And I'm telling you, I've looked back 2 years ago and I'm like, oh my goodness, why did they not unfriend me? Because y'all, I was just deciding I'm gonna fail forward. And I look and I'm like, oh man, that's embarrassing. But you know what? I didn't care at the time. I really didn't. And the good thing is, we keep tweaking things as we go and as we learn more. So if you're branding well, you're not going to be called salesy. But if you're the person where I'm scrolling through your page and it's all plexus, 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 you're going to get called salesy. So you need to brand yourself well, offer value to your network. All right, the next one, y'all, is okay. If you know someone who already did an MLM and you're thinking, maybe she's no longer doing it or whatever, and you're thinking, man, she would be so good at Plexus, but, right? There's a big old but in the way, okay? But first of all, there's several girls on my team who did another MLM and did not succeed. I see Gia raising her hand because she's someone I get to see. I only get to see 4 people out of this whole Zoom. And Gia happens to be one of them. And y'all, what I did with Gia is literally spoke to how is Plexus different. That was one thing I did with her. And two, why I thought she could be successful. So guess what? I had to stalk Gia's page a bit. I had to figure out why the heck I wanted this girl to do this with me, right? I had to be intentional. But y'all, when it comes to them doing the business, I mean, how we're different, y'all. We have 30-day products that are being ingested, right? We are consuming them. So, what does that mean? We're going to run out of the products. What does that mean? Residual income, baby, right? Y'all, I think of makeup companies, nail polish, hair, all those things, essential oils. Y'all, I love them. I support a lot of those companies, but guess what? I milk that essential oils bottle. I use it for about 6 months. And it's not residual income, y'all. So, first thing, residual income, right? The second thing is our amazing comp plan. The third thing is we have so much support, y'all, right? There's a lot of MLMs out there. They don't offer support like we do, right? I'm trying to think of the other ones I have written down. Resources, we have tons of resources, no quotas, monthly parties, anything like that that you have to throw, right? And the startup fee, y'all, $9.95, that's insane to me. One time I actually had someone, a level one who I was in a three-way chat with, she thought it was $995 and she was still considering it. Isn't that amazing, y'all? We built up the value that much that she said she'd talk to her husband about paying almost $1,000 to start with us. All right, the next one, y'all, is being worried about what others think of you. And I won't lie, I had this at the beginning. I was nervous what my coworkers would say. I was nervous about what my husband's coworkers would say, what my family would think, right? What my best friends would think. But then it got to the point where my why I developed, right? We developed that why. And I just felt like I had to think for a second, okay, my name is on my paycheck, right? And just because other people don't understand why I'm doing this and they don't understand what it's going to do for my family, I just had like that little glimmer of hope and of what I could see, right? Cuz a lot of times it's foggy when you're in it. But you hear your upline, right? And you hear other leaders say, just keep going. Or they'll say, this is for you. You got to do this. Or this is why I see potential in you. This is why you're a diamond. The points just haven't caught up. If your upline saying that to you, please believe them. They're speaking life into you. And I think back, if my uplines didn't say that to me, I probably would have quit, right? And so just know that it's okay to say, okay, this sucks what other people might think about me. But at the end of the day, y'all, people all have opinions. People have opinions of what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you should buy, how you should raise your kids, blah, 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 right? There's more controversial ones than that. But at the end of the day, what you want to do matters the most. What is the best for your precious family matters the most. All right, I think I got them all. I hope. Yes. Okay. Moving on. If I missed one, I guess you'll have to read the slide. All right. The last one, overcoming fear. And this is so important. So we just talked about all the different fears you might have. And now we're going to talk about overcoming fear. And then the last thing is belief. So we're going to starve that fear, starve it to death. Don't leave any ounce of fear left. And y'all, fear is a choice. So when I was talking to the girls on my team and they were naming off all these fears, I began to think and I thought, these are all choices they're making to give into fear. At the end of the day, that's what it is, right? It's fear. But your belief and your vision and your why has to outweigh those fears. So understanding what this opportunity is going to do for you or for others. And again, I think about it, it's so selfish of us not to share with people. And Mel Robbins, her 5-second rule, you can YouTube this. She also has a book, but she has really helped me when I'm nervous to do something. I'll count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll do it. Because what happens is if you give your brain 1 second just 1 second, it'll default to you saying no because your brain does not like change and doesn't like to divert from what is in your comfort bubble, in your comfort zone, basically. So if you're finding it hard to do something scary, like you're reaching out to someone, you're doing a first post, whatever it is, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't hesitate and just go, basically. And then with fear, y'all, personal growth matters, right? Upping that leadership lid always. And then another area that might help is attending the VisionCast Zooms that can help with fears too, just hearing how leaders have overcome different things. All right. So overcoming lack of belief has 4 areas. Okay. It can be in yourself, it can be in the products, it can be in network marketing, and it can be in the opportunity. So if you're struggling to reach out to every single person you know, you could have a lack of belief. But you're going to have to figure out which area or areas you may be struggling with lack of belief in. So, if it's in yourself, again, you're going to have to grow. Is this a plexus problem or is this an April's had a problem in this area for the last decade? Right? A lot of times we like to blame problems on plexus, but at the end of the day, if you step back and say, okay, have I struggled with this for a while? It's probably yes. So you got to dig into that area, right? And sometimes counseling helps in this area, professional counseling. If it's in the products, y'all, there's so many resources. Plexus YouTube channel, right? Awesome videos, informational sheets, the microbiome solution book, right? Start digging in. The gut health and happiness group has tons of testimonies as well. So if it's in the products, start building that belief so you can feel like you know what you're talking about, right? The next one, if it's network marketing specifically, read a network marketing book. GoPro is one that I think of off the top of my head. Again, thinking about how this really truly is a different business model than anyone out there. There's the residual income, the no income cap, right? You're the boss, yay, right? You choose your coworkers, financial freedom, all those things. And y'all, sometimes people will say to you about it being illegal or pyramid scheme. And y'all, here's what I have to say about that. We've been a company for 12 years, right? And so if we were doing anything illegal or anything sketchy, we'd be shut down, right? So just know that we're involved in multi-level marketing, right? Where we get paid several levels deep, which is amazing. And we get to build an organization, but we're not involved in anything sketchy or illegal, anything like that. And then the last one, y'all, is maybe your lack of belief is in this opportunity, what I've been talking about tonight. And again, diamond docs, right? They're going to be your best friend. Looking at the comp plan, realizing how very different we are. Because of Plexus videos, there's so many different areas you could be digging into. So let's reflect. Now that we went through the areas, what area should you be more intentional about growing in? Is it your mindset? Is it your belief? Is it your lack of boldness or you're giving into fear? Maybe it's all 3. Maybe it's 2. Maybe it's 1, right? Maybe it's something else other than I've shared tonight. But take a moment to write down which area and choose to grow. That's the next thing. I can't do it for you. I can't tell you to boldly reach out. I can't help you to have a confident posture, right? Y'all, when you're nervous or your voice is wavering, or people can just tell you're not all in, or you haven't bought into what you're doing, people can tell. And so if you start doing that personal growth and choose to grow in the area where you feel like you don't completely understand, plexus or whatever it is, you can be intentional and be able to be very bold and attract people to the opportunity, right? And you can look at these as all stepping stones versus obstacles. So quickly, we're going to apply it. We're ready now, right? Let's pretend if you're not ready, you're going to go do some growth and you're going to figure out how you can be bold about reaching out. But let's just pretend we're all feeling better. We're ready to boldly reach out. So who are you looking for? And y'all, this is so important. There'll be some girls who will send me screenshots and they'll say, oh my gosh, I need to reach out with her to the business. And I'll say, okay, tell me why you think she'd be awesome at the business with you. And they'll say, oh, well, because she's on food stamps, like she needs the business. Or they'll say, well, she's been at home with her babies. But the thing is, y'all, we have to take a step back and figure out who you're looking for, right? Who are you personally looking to attract? And my list will look different than your list, right? So obviously you can see my list there. I'm not going to read it all to y'all. But basically I'm looking for sure they have to have integrity. Are they hungry to learn? Are they willing to do the work? That's really important, right? It's not a lottery. So know exactly who you're looking to attract and then reach out. Do not wait for them to approach you. Do not pray for them to join you. Of course, you can pray for them to join you, but don't just do that. Pray and reach out, right? So make sure that you're reaching out to people and initiating the conversation. So how the heck do you reach out? It's simple, friends. Connect. First, you're going to connect. Do it short and sweet. Y'all, I don't have time to read 4 paragraphs worth of things or 3 1-minute voicemails, right? Voice messages, short and sweet. Okay. Be genuine, be yourself, tweak a message. If you're getting it from your upline or your sidelines, tweak it. Speak to their pain points. What the heck is this going to do for them, right? Not about just you. Speak to why they're going to be successful. Why could they rock at this with you? And end in that magic question, right? It's going to increase your response rates. And then don't expect y'all for them to jump in or to bite the bullet and say, let's go, I'm ready to do the opportunity. No, this is just one exposure, right? Expose, 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 expose. And use third-party validation. If you're struggling with belief, don't feel like you have to be the one to share everything. Send videos, send whatever tool you found. You don't have to be the expert. And then y'all, I have some examples, okay, of non-salesy ways to reach out to people. So the first thing I'm doing is connecting. So I'm saying, hi, Kim, I hope you're having a great Thursday so far. Do you all have weekend plans? This marinade may not be for you, right? Using that great phrase, but I wanted to reach out to you because I think you'd be wildly successful. Listen to that bold word. I didn't say you might be good at what I do. I hope you'd be good at what I do. No, I said you'd be wildly successful. I got that wording from Brittany Howard. At what I do, you seem like a super fun person who is what? Driven. And I love following your page. If I call to action, if I sent you a short video about what I do to make an income from home, would you check it out? Y'all, what the heck in there is salesy? Not one word, right? And it's short and sweet. It's to the point, right? I'm not beating around the bush, anything like that. Okay, example number 2. Hi, Teresa, how's your Monday going? Now we're at Monday, right? We were just at Thursday. I don't know why I put Thursday and then Monday. Anyways, how's your Monday going? It looked like y'all had a fun weekend decorating gingerbread houses. We actually did that yesterday. It was super fun. I noticed the other day you posted about heading back to work. Guess what? I'm watching her page. After your maternity leave, I actually did this with a runner on my team. Okay. And how you're going to miss your sweet baby. Put it back into what they shared. I'm just curious. Have you ever considered working from home before? That's it, right? I would love to share more with you about what I do and see if it might be a good fit. I didn't say this is going to be an excellent fit for you or you need to do this with me. Do you guys notice this isn't begging people or pleading or convincing them? It's connecting and seeing if they're open. That is it, offering a solution. 2 more. Hi, Kelly. How's your week going? Are you ready for Christmas? I'm curious to know if you have ever thought about bringing in extra income. I'm not sure if you see my post, but I have been working from home and loving it and thought you may want to take a look at what I do and see if it might be a good fit for you too. You would fit right in since you are, what is she? She's driven, love Jesus, and connect well with others. If I, here we go, call to action, right? If I sent you a short video your way, would you take a look? Again, short, sweet, simple, connected. Ask them to have a bit of skin in the game, right? Would you look at my video? Very last one, y'all, and then we'll wrap it up. Hey, Molly, happy weekend. What have you been up to? This may seem super random, but I'm curious to know if you've ever thought of doing something like I do to bring in extra income using your phone. I have been watching your page. I promise I'm not a stalker. I really do send that to people. And I couldn't help but think you would be great at what I do because you are driven, love people, and would love our team. Clearly, I did not finish this example. So I would end in some sort of question. I guess I was really excited that the PowerPoint was getting to an end. I would send, a call to action. If I sent a quick short video, would you check it out? Um, More so that type of thing. So I believe that is it. So thank you for joining me tonight, y'all. I really want us to go into 2021 being super confident and bold about this opportunity because, y'all, if we're holding back at all, first of all, people know. Second of all, there literally are hundreds and thousands of people crying out for what we need. And you might be that person that brings these people hope, right? That next mama who just got her hours cut or whatever it is, y'all. So if you're feeling like you're not 100% ready to go, ready to reach out to all the people, make sure you do some growth in those specific areas that we talked tonight. All right, y'all, I'm gonna stop the recording.